how's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Least with us, and she can say her name and what she does in the band.
Well, hey, I am Taylin Wills. I do almost everything for least. No, but it is me, and the bassist's name is Joe Lopez. Who he used to, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but he used to be in a band called Chaser.
Ooh, okay. I
Um,
haven't heard that name in a while, so.
yeah, pop punk band. They broke up a little while ago, and then he wanted to start making music again, and I was like, oh well, I have this project that I've been doing called Least, and I've always wanted to be in a band with him.
So now it all
And
came
also
together.
the guitarist Ryan was also in Least for a while, and then he left us for personal reasons,
Sure.
So, but really the official members, I guess, are just me and Joe Lopez right now. Um, yeah, for a little bit, in the beginning, I was doing everything myself, writing, recording, producing, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then I picked those guys up, and we had a drummer playing with us for a little bit too, but we didn't get around to any shows. And now that coronavirus has happened, it's just down to me and Joe, and so I decided, like, you know what, like, I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna put out a new single, on my own, since I'm like stuck in my bedroom. Like, what
I
else
feel
can I
that.
do?
I feel that.
Yeah.
Kind of in the same boat. Um,
Mm.
for those who, are familiar with the channel, Tay has been on the channel for a completely different reason. So it's cool to have her back on to talk about the band, which you kind of already blew through the first question, which was like, how did the band started? So already on point. Already knew the
I knew
interview
it.
mentality on point. On brand for me. But
That's
that's
the question I always ask too. I'm like, so how did the band start?
there you go. So now, I feel like now that we got the pleasantries out of the way,
Yeah.
what I guess, as you had mentioned, I feel like most people, everybody is kind of stuck inside because of quarantine. Shout out to quarantine. But like, I guess what was more of the deep seated like reasoning behind like bringing Lee's back? Like, I guess what initially made you put it on pause, because I never feel like bands really quit per se, like unless there's just like a massive
Yeah.
fallout and then they're just like, I don't want to do this anymore for like monetarily reasons or like personal reason, whatever it may be.
Hmm.
So I guess what put Least on pause, and then what inspired you, I guess, to like bring it back and want to put out new music and stuff.
Well, I think so. I started Least on, like I said, on my own when I first got my recording equipment,
Okay.
and I was like, all right, so um, I got Pro Tools, I got this awesome interface, I got a bass finally, and I was like, okay, I have everything I need. I'm just gonna do this on my. I'm gonna do a project on my own because I'm also in a band called Migrate.
Oh wow. Okay,
Um,
so you're doing the
but
double
I've been
duty
Yeah, but I've been in Migrate for a lot longer than this
than Least.
project.
Okay.
Yeah, Migrate's been going for about 5 years now.
Okay.
Um, so anyways, so I started Least by myself, and then, I again, like, it kind of drifted off because I was back and forth doing stuff with Migrate,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing my own thing. And let's see. And then I finally picked up those guys because Chaser broke up and they joined, and that gave me like a new, uh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Release on
That,
life.
yeah, it gave me like more inspiration
Sure.
to
Yeah.
like collaborate with other people. And I had also around the same time I had written a short story, called Cemetery Eyes,
Okay.
and just basically like background, like basically about a kid that runs away from home, and gets picked up by like a serial creep,
Oh
or
wow.
whatever you want
Okay.
to call it, and has a scuffle with that person and then gets kicked out of a moving car, and you know all of this great stuff. So basically, we took that short story and we turned it into an EP, like a 4-song EP,
Okay.
and that never got released. And that was like a couple months ago that we had almost
Oh.
finished it. Like almost. We were so close and it was so great. And actually the first song on it was the first single that we put out as like a whole band, like a full band, called Reds, which is available everywhere.
You got it. You know the promo. That's
Yeah.
coming later, very much later.
And whatchamacallit. So yeah, so we did that for a while, and then all three of us kind of went through this whole phase, I feel like, in our personal relationships with our significant others, where we kind of got an idea of like, I'm getting too old for this. Maybe I should like settle down and not worry about music as much. And ironically, like we all went through that same discussion with our significant others at the same time. Like
Just like,
somehow that came up and we just decided like, hey, like we're not going to take this as seriously anymore. Um, and then long story short, I got divorced. And so I started Leafs back up because I was like, well, I'm full of angst again.
yeah.
So I might as well write some songs about it. Um, and so, yeah, so that's why I started back up. But that was basically the reason for the lull, was that, we were all going through that, not midlife crisis, but like quarter life
You wanted to
crisis.
sideline it for a bit.
Where yeah, you're just like, I just want to like sideline
I
this,
feel
and
that.
if I really love it, like I'll return.
Yeah.
If I don't, then I should just focus on my career and my love life and blah 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 blah. And
Then you're like, music's here
yeah,
forever. And then you're
music's
like,
here forever.
yeah, that's how I feel. Literally
Exactly.
every relationship I've ever been in, I'm just like, you know what, this is great. But like music though, that
But music
as
though,
that's that love. That's that
I
love right
know.
there. So
'Cause for a really long time, I felt like um, I kind of felt like a failure for a really long time
oh,
with
that's
music,
terrible.
because, well, yeah, but I feel like a lot of artists do, like a lot of
Oh
artists
yeah.
and musicians and stuff, like go
Yeah.
through this phase of like, okay, well, I'm almost 30, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I mean, like I have a career and everything,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and it's great, but I went through this phase of like, how long am I gonna do the DIY thing? How long am I gonna release songs and nobody's gonna listen to them? And then I just kind of started like reading, and watching videos from people that are like in the music industry and
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
out advice and stuff like that. And it's just like, no, you got to stop thinking like that, because you got to change your mindset, because the music industry is completely changed.
Yeah.
And you can't keep thinking that like, oh, I'm just going to go out and play a bunch of shows and someone's going to, notice me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's a reality shift, and I like you said, we're both in the same boat in terms of doing like the music publication sort of stuff. So I feel like
Hmm.
I feel that way in that respect of like, yeah, like who gives a shit? I'm gonna be posting this on YouTube, and it's just like who, like in my head, like obviously I don't believe that to be true now, just because I'm just like self confidence,
Yeah.
but like I also feel like at the same point, like there's some times where I'm like, oh shit, like do I really want to do? Well, am I gonna continue doing it? Do people care about the content that I put out? Do like, yeah, I think that's like a commonality between like, and I mean I also write music in my spare time too, so I always think like, do
Yeah.
people want to hear my music, like that. I think that goes through anybody's mentality. I don't even think that's just necessarily related to like music, and I think that's just a
No.
life thing. People are just like, I think you have that like negative tendency to be like, I don't know if I want to do this or not, because like who gives a shit if I like make YouTube videos for a live, not for I don't do it for a
Yeah.
living, but
For
if you want to
fun.
help, if you want to like support me and help me do make it for a living, that'd be dope. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's tough. I feel like I've definitely been in that spot a few times. I feel like more so recently, just because like I feel like we're all inside and we're just like,
Hmm.
when's life gonna return to normal? So
Yeah.
like so I do definitely feel that. So I'm glad that you're, I mean, not necessarily cognitive of it, but I guess like you're aware that it exists, and that hopefully you're pressing on to, you know that people want to check out your content. I mean, I like wanted to have you on because I thought the track was sick,
Oh,
and I
thank
like
you.
went to the like I went to the event, and I was just like, what's this, like
Ooh.
I was like, what's this event thing? And I like, obviously I knew you invited me, but I was just like, my brain is just like turned into mush. So I was just like, oh no, Tay invited me to this song release. I was like, I gotta check it out. So I was like, so I checked it out, and I was just like, this is tight. Like this is real
Thank
cool.
you.
And I was like, hopefully she's like excited to talk about it and stuff. And like, so, how does it feel to finally have like, I guess, stuff put out now? I feel like, obviously I feel like you do have a catalog of music out now, but like, how does
Hmm.
it feel to kind of be like, the second birth per se of the band, to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
we finally got new music out. And
Yeah, new music and new content, and
yeah.
like it feels really good because like I feel like, and I don't mean um that I've made like a huge name for myself, but I feel like now that I've steadily been releasing like music under the same moniker,
Hmm.
like people are actually like, oh, this is serious and it gets better with every release and blah blah blah. And and I mean, I started seriously releasing songs for this back in August of 2019.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so like this is the one that I just put out, Playing House, is the fourth single that I've put out. Um, and yeah, like it definitely feels really good. And like kind of going back to what we were saying before, um, I just kind of realized that because I didn't know if I was gonna put anything out with Least again.
Hmm.
Like after we put that song out called Reds, at the end of December, I was just thinking, oh, that's it. Like we're not gonna do anything else. Like it's all, um, and I just kind of put it off to the wayside. But then, I realized after all of the stuff I've been going through over the past like 5 months or
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
um, just kind of realized that, like you said, like music is always going to be there. Like I'm 29 now. I've been writing and recording my own music since I was 10. You
wow,
know what I
that's
mean?
awesome.
So, and it's just like that's the one thing in my life that really is always there for me and is
Yeah.
always consistent. You know what I mean? And whether or not like 5 or 100 people check it out, like it's still going to be awesome. Like just the
Yeah.
feeling of I created something and I put my soul into it, and here, like, listen, I don't even give a shit if you don't like it. Like, you know
Fair,
what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, like, long story short, to answer your question, yeah, yeah, it always feels good every time I release a song. And I'm, super proud of the one that I just put out. So,
It's great. I'm gonna link it in the bio because I gotta support Tay.
ooh.
Because ooh, links in the description. Like a YouTuber. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's kind of like, again, and I don't even mean to keep referencing myself, but it's just like I feel like, even like when I think I had talked about it in like a past interview recently, and I was just like, you know what? I was like, it would be really cool, like when I'm older, and if YouTube still exists, by the time I'm
Hmm.
like 10 years, like a decade from now or whatever. And I'm just like,
Hmm.
yeah, I remember when I like struggled it out, like in my like 1 bedroom apartment, like in New Jersey. And like now I'm like doing whatever I'm doing now, which
Yeah.
may or may not be better. I don't know. But like, I think it's cool to never like lose your passion for something, even if like, like you said, you've been recording and writing music since 10. Like that's, I mean, that's a long time. Like I
Yeah.
know I've been doing stuff for a long time, not nearly as long as doing like the channel and stuff, but I've always like toyed with the idea of like releasing music and stuff. And each year I'm just like, I don't know, maybe not this year. And then I was just like, and then this year I was like, yeah, I'll do it. and then we have like this whole thing happening, and I'm just like,
Now's the
am I gonna do it
time.
now? Am I gonna do it
Now,
now? Like,
now's the time.
is that like a sign? Like they're just like, you need to release music now since
Yeah.
you're stuck at home, and then it's just like,
Yeesh.
but then you're like, you have audio addiction to do, so
Uh,
who knows? I don't know. I think I still will. I'm working in the shadows. I don't want to reveal too much, but
you
it's in
should.
there. It's in
You
there. Well,
should.
okay. I'll have to
You
listen
should
to
do
Tay.
it.
All right. Well, listen. If we get to December and I'm checking this interview out in December and I'm still haven't released anything, just find me somewhere. Just make sure,
I
just like
will.
DM me on like Instagram. Anybody watching this, DM me on Instagram, DM me on Facebook, whatever. Just tell me you have 1 month and you have to
Yeah.
release something. So
Yeah. You
hold
got
me
a
to
month
it.
and then.
Hold me to it, internet. I want that to be a thing. But um, we're gonna cycle into the next question, Tay, which is who influences you? Because like I have bands in my head that I like. I know, like I feel in my bones who you kind of like emulate or take influence from. But I want to know straight from the horse's mouth who are you influenced by and like who inspires you to play music.
Uh, so like just bands that you mean bands that I listen to that kind of influence what I do?
Yes.
Okay. Um, yeah, so definitely, I mean, this style of music, I remember when the other guys had joined, our whole plan, honestly, we had built an entire plan around this was to bring back like the super heaven style
Oh yeah, that's
of
okay.
kind
Yeah.
of like modern grunge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's very apparent on our track Reds, which
Yeah,
sounds exactly like a Super Heaven song.
which is tight.
Shout out Super Heaven because
Yeah,
they're
super heavy.
honestly one of the best bands to ever exist in the past decade. Um, but yeah, so they're definitely a big influence. For this new track, though, I think I kind of modeled it after what I had been listening to recently. So, I mean, I'm always listening to Super Heaven. It doesn't matter. Um,
Constant.
Balance and Composure. I'm always
Oh
listening to
yeah,
them.
that's what was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Tiger's Jaw.
Oh yeah, that was another.
Specifically
Yeah.
the last record they put out because that was the only one that I really connected with.
Okay. Okay.
Spin. Yeah, I listened to that album at least 500 times. Um, and then what was the last one? So Super Heaven, Balance and Composure, Tiger's Jaw. I mean, I'd been listening to a lot of the new Gleamer album,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and the new Gleamer album, I think that's what this song Playing House sounds like the most. Because just like that, it's like super simple chord structures, but it's got like a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah.
And I think with my music, it's not so much about the riffs as it is about the storytelling and like the lyrics
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Um, Not to saying that I don't like my riffs, but they're not like it's not
the
like Dance Gavin Dance. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
we're not listening to me like noodle on and on. And it's just like very melodic, kind of soothing,
Yeah.
and still like a rock punch to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You
not.
know,
It's
so
not. It's not like. It's not like flatlining or anything. I feel
yeah.
like Tay's doing like an adequate job of explaining it, but I'll let you continue on because maybe you'll do a 180 and I'll be like blown away, So I'll let you continue. I don't want to jump the gun.
No, but those are definitely my biggest influences, like from this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just kind of all built. Like I was listening to that stuff, and I was like, I kind of want to do. I still want it to be kind of like alternative and grungy, but like I want to lean more towards kind of emo adjacent,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
as everyone in the Midwest emo posting calls it, emo adjacent.
Emo
Like,
adjacent.
and what does that even mean? Like, it's just please
We're
like
gonna go.
don't tear me apart, Midwest emo people, because I know they will. But like, is that like to
They're
me
very
that just
dedicated.
mean to me that just means like an alternative rock band. Like, like,
okay, yeah. I'm not
like
I'm not like a genre Nazi, so I like have
a
you're the
gatekeeper.
wrong you're asking the wrong person. I'm just gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. I'm just like, if it sounds good, it good. That's all.
Yeah,
That's my
that's
critique.
me. That's what I like. It's just like if I like it, I like it. You know?
Oh man. Well, no, I feel like for myself at least, like I'm glad you mentioned balance and composure because I did feel that vibe. I miss that
Yeah,
band. Rip, love balance and
I
composure,
know.
my guys. Which is great because I think I saw them. Just I think I just saw them just before they like had broken up. Like I think I saw
Really?
them on like the one of the last shows or like something like that before like the actual like last shows. Oh,
Yeah.
such a
I
great band.
remember I remember when I was in college and Balance and Composure did a secret show at a VFW. Like, and this was like peak Balance and Composure, right after separation. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
Stone Hands and all that.
Whew.
And they did a secret show at a VFW, and like literally I don't even know how we found out about it, but there was no like you couldn't buy tickets, like you just had to show up, you know what I
That's
mean? So
nuts.
it's like literally in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, because that's where I went to college, but like even further into the middle of nowhere. And it's like you like it was creepy because you drive down this
Oh,
like
I know.
stone
I know.
stone path into the woods, and it's this VFW on a
Oh yeah.
farm, and it's
Oh
like
yeah.
and then and then I thought it was just going to be Balancing Composure, and guess who opens it?
Oh, I know. I have no idea.
Super Heaven. Like we walk in and they just start jamming, and I was like, what? What?
You're like, oh my god. Oh my
This is
god.
the best show I've ever been to,
That is
and
so cool.
honestly that was before they changed their name to Super Heaven, so they were still Daylight.
Oh my god. That's awesome. That is
Yeah,
so
and they
cool.
they just played like all of
Oh
Jar.
man.
They played all of Jar, and I was
Whew.
like,
That was an on point show.
I mean,
That's whew.
that when anyone asks me like what's the best show you've ever been to,
It's that one.
I like always struggle to think of it, but like it was definitely that one.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I do, like I said,
Yeah.
there's I want to use the correct. I mean, I'll never use the correct terminology, but I do feel like it is like Midwest emo adjacent, as well as like a little grunge in there, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't feel like I feel like the melody is play well with the lyrics. Like there's always like you were. I know that you had mentioned like Dance Gavin Dance, and like I like their stuff, but sometimes it can just be a little bit too much like melodically, and it takes away from like the lyrical aspects. Then again, like their lyrics are just like buck wild anyway, so it's realistically
Yeah.
like just like you could be like talking about like something. Tillian could be talking about something serious, and then like the complete flip side of it, John Mess could be talking about some like jackalope or something, and it's like
Yeah.
how so yeah, so I do feel like I feel like your stuff's captivating in the sense of like the musical aspect of it, which is what I like mainly focus on. But I feel like if for those people that are watching this and are checking it out, I feel like there's a lot more lyrical depth that I can't personally go into because I don't like I like all lyrics, but I feel like
Yeah.
there's got to be somebody that does like critiques of like music and is more of the lyrical aspect of it. Like for me, it's just like sounds good, music good, great. Like that's it. That's like my that is my critique of any song, any album that will come out. That I don't know. I feel like that's how it is. Like whenever I like rewatch myself doing an album review, I'm just like I could have just basically made like a 10-second video and said this music good, album great, buy now, link.
Yes, this is so good, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's
we top of the charts in Sweden.
yeah, that's like exactly. That's what I feel like. No offense to people in Sweden, just I
Yeah,
know
no,
I
I
love
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 I love
Swedish
y'all.
people. Love y'all. You're helping me, make amass now 4 cents on YouTube. So shout outs to YouTube for giving me that ad revenue. But
Heck
anyway,
yeah.
the next question, Tay, a fun one. If you were to pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Oh my God. I'm so happy you asked this because I was just thinking about this as I was taking my daily quarantine walk today. Um,
Woo! Quarantine walks.
because I had just seen a post from Rise Records about
Yes.
that brought me way back
I saw
to,
that. I saw that. I saw
yeah,
that. I saw the same post. Yeah, I saw.
how Oceana put out Birth Eater.
Woo!
Yeah, oh,
Class.
put out Birth
Classique.
in 2009. And first of all, the first thing I thought was, wow, I was in high school. And
So was I.
second, secondly, that was my senior year of high school when that album
Oh,
came out.
I don't even want to. I'm 27, so I think I was.
So you were like
Yeah,
a
I was like a
sophomore,
sophomore.
maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah. But
which is
that
prime,
album,
prime, prime Brandon age for great classique music. You know.
that album hit so hard. I
Oh,
mean, like that was probably in 2009, like next to because um, A Day to Remember's Homesick came out that same year.
yes, I know.
So besides that, like that album was probably the like
Most
went the
played.
hardest, but it went the hardest. Like when you listen to that and
Yeah.
you listen like because they don't do it. I mean, since I was listening it back today, this is my fresh in my mind. They don't do any like chugga chugga
Oh, I
breakdowns.
know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like on that entire album, and it's crazy to me because it's so heavy. But they
There's no
do,
like. Gah.
yeah, it's like, gang, 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 gang.
Yeah. I
But
could.
they do these breakdowns where they literally don't do power chords, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they
I know
don't
what you mean.
hold down a full power chord. They just play single notes on the heaviest string. And I'm just like, "What? How? What?
What? It's like that meme where that guy, like,
This is so
just the
heavy."
explosion,
Like,
you know.
yeah.
Don't
Or
worry.
that
Post
yeah,
Brandon's on it.
the
Post Brandon's on
monkey
it.
that's just like
Yeah, that's Post Brandon's
like
on it. Don't worry. We got it.
um but what crap. Do you remember the song that I posted about today? Which one was that called? It's like
We're going to look it up right now
because that's the song that I wanted to cover, and crap.
it
It's
is Dead Speaker.
yes. If I mean, as of right now, like I'm actually planning on going into a studio and covering that song because
My.
that's like the only song without
Whew.
screams on it. Um, so I'm really trying. And what's crazy about that album too is it's so dark because you know the whole album is a concept album about how his mom was planning to have an abortion. Like
Yeah. I might have to
what?
do. I might have to do. I might. I'm working on a new segment, so I'm gonna have to. That album is gonna have to be included on that, which is like all throwback records for me. You know what I mean? I feel like I've been in the age of doing audio addiction for 4 years. It's time to pull out all of the class. You know, like if this
Yeah.
is a classic record, it's time to pull it out of the Disney vault and talk about it. You know,
Pull
that's
it
what
out
I'm
of the
saying.
vault.
The Disney Vault, it's coming alive. So that's you can look forward to that. Also hold me accountable to that. I'd love to do that because I feel
Man,
like there's a lot of bands that I love that are obviously not together anymore. But
mm,
yeah, Oceana. Whoo,
that was one of them.
I gotta get that Rise if you wanna, if you want, because I know you watch my content. Like,
Yeah.
if you wanna send me Birth Eater on vinyl,
Ooh, please.
please.
I would love that.
Yeah, and send Tay one too, because I know she subscribes to your content. I don't know. I'm
I
just
do.
speaking for myself, but
I
yeah,
subscribe to all of it.
there we go. We both subscribe to all of it. So I've listen, I'm not the internet clout god here, but I'm just saying, I would talk endless minutes about that record. So let's do it,
Same.
Rise. Let's
And
do
if
the
you do,
collaboration.
and if you do, let me come on
I
and
will. You'll be the
be like a
guest.
guest speaker
There we
because
go.
I mean, I just have so much useless knowledge to pull out of my brain about any Rise record album that came out between 2006 and
Oh, I know, but
2010.
that's classic. That's
Like,
classic Rise, though. That's
I know,
I know a lot of people are like, Rise Records. I'm like, listen,
but
that's
that was the
like
scene that defined the scene.
that is classic.
Yeah,
Fight me in the comments about it. That is
yeah,
classic. That is
yeah.
classic post-hardcore, classic metalcore, all that sort of
hmm
stuff. Y'all kids don't know about it because you're not old farts like Tay and I. But
Yeah.
I swear to God that shit if that came out now, ugh,
I
ugh,
don't know how we would react.
mm,
Like think about if that like
never
era
existed.
never happened
Oh,
and like they just continued on, like Rise just kept putting out like punk albums. You know what I
it would have
mean?
been a
Like
weird. It would have been a weird alternate universe.
it would be so strange if that stuff came out now. But then again, like I don't know, we all might just
We might
like
not have been doing this now. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm not trying to rip a fabric in time here, but just saying,
Just saying.
But Tay will be on a future episode of whatever I'm gonna name the new series, because I feel like there's some OG heads in my fan base, at least, Audio Addiction fam, that I feel like would be pretty interested in checking it out. And if you got some good old classic like Rise records, any sort of like old school records, drop them in the comments. I want to know what's the vibe. Like that's to
Yeah.
me. I need to know, and then I also need to go back and re-listen to it. So.
I mean, I can give you two right now that you're definitely gonna have to cover besides
Oh,
Oceana.
okay.
That I've been thinking about for a long
Oh,
time.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Give it to me.
For the Fallen Dreams,
Oh.
Relentless.
Oh,
That
yeah.
album, Relentless.
Whew.
Boy.
Chad Rudlig, man.
And what's the other one? I mean, obviously you're gonna have to do Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, that's without a doubt.
Oh, and self-titled by Attack Attack.
That's my favorite. That's
Dude,
my favorite.
Smokeahanas? Come
Sexual
on.
man chocolate.
Yeah.
So yes, leave them in the comments below. I'd like to know what you guys. It could be post-hardcore, it can be screamo, it can be any of that sort of stuff. Anything. I need to know. I need to know what the vibe is. This is a vibe check right now. I need to know. You can't watch any more of this interview until you put that comment down below. I
Right.
can't stop you from watching it, but I'm gonna be very disappointed if you continue on and don't post a comment. So anyway, next question, Tay. Getting into some fun stuff. If you were to have a guest feature on a next leased record, or a producer you'd like to work with, who would it be?
I mean, well, I think the one producer that I've always wanted to work with, because he's done like so many of my favorite albums, like La Dispute and Balance and Composure and
Oh, yes.
all of them. So like Will Yip. I mean, I'd love to work with Will Yip. So I mean that's never gonna happen unless I have like a huge amount of money, but or like
internet clout.
or like miraculously get famous via the internet.
I
but
mean, that's possible.
I mean, I don't foresee that happening, but I mean, yeah, as far as a feature, like honestly, I would love to even I'd love to have what's his name? Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name from La Dispute, the vocalist for La
Oh
Dispute.
shit, I know his name too, but
Yeah,
let's look it up.
like I don't. Yeah, let's be super unprofessional. Even though that's like one of my favorite bands of all time, and I have their logo tattooed on my foot.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't have that much clout invested. I like La Dispute, but I don't have a
Yeah.
tattoo on my foot, so I can't be held accountable for that. No, I'm just kidding. I will also take that. Jordan Dreyer.
Yes, Jordan Dreyer. Even though, I mean, like, I totally think he can sing too.
I feel like
You know
you
what I
can
mean?
too. Yeah.
I feel like he can a little bit, and he just chooses not to because obviously that doesn't fit in with the La Dispute vibe.
That's
But
the conspiracy. That's what we're gonna get famous for. Is like,
I know he can.
Can he sing, or is he just doing spoken word because he doesn't want to
But
actually sing?
I'd be totally cool with just having like an entire verse of spoken word, like
Fair
from
enough.
him,
Yeah.
because I just feel like our stories kind of match up as far as like things we've gone through. Because I know a lot of I forget which album it was. It was either the first one with the boat on it and with the super long, somewhere between the river and the
Yeah,
blah 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 blah.
I think that's what it is. But I'll also look it up. So
and wildlife. Either
Oh.
one of no, I don't think that's Wildlife. I'm pretty sure that first album they put out right after the EP was about how he left his fiance. Um,
Okay, so they have, for at least for LPs, they have Somewhere at the Bottom of the River between Vega and Altair, and then
yeah,
Wildlife came out in 2011, and then
yeah,
after following that as an LP was Rooms of the House.
which is my probably top five favorite albums of all time.
Yes.
But uh, but yeah, I know. Anyways, getting off track. I'd love to have him on a song. Like, honestly, I don't even care how much it would cost. I'd love to just like have him on a song, like just to be like, "Hey, Jordan Dryer's on my song," like, because I don't really want. I don't know. Like, I think about vocalists, and I'm like, I don't think
Dude,
anyone that I can think of that I like so like that has like a lot of clout. Like, I don't think I would want any of them on the kind of music I do. No, like, no offense, like obviously I love a lot of singers, but like
you don't have
I'm
to
not
back
g-
it up. It's an artistic integrity, you know? I got
yeah,
you.
I don't know. Like I'd rather just have like my friends feature on it
Yeah.
or Jordan Dreyer. Like, hit me up.
Jordan, hit her up.
Hit me up,
I don't
Jordan.
know. I don't know if you do a lot of vocal features, but you should now because we're in quarantine. It'd be a good way to make some extra dough. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
listen.
no, I should do that. Like, and I was actually, cause I'll let you guys in on a little secret.
Ooh,
Um,
exclusives.
the next single comes out in June, but then I'm taking those two singles and adding another one and putting out a three-song EP in July. Um,
That's when this
and
releases.
and that three-song EP, sorry, that third song is gonna have vocal features on it. So
Ooh, there we go. Well, it will remain a mystery for now,
yeah,
but don't worry.
I
This
can't
will
tell
come.
you. My label won't let me say anything.
Oh, I've heard that far too many times in my career, so it doesn't make any difference to me. So as long as it's out there on the internet at some point. Um,
Yeah,
but yes, Jordan Dreyer, do it up. I know the Audio Addiction fam is all about making dreams happen, So
yeah,
if you wanna tweet at Jordan Dreyer and tweet at everybody to be like, yo, family, where you at, first
family,
of all. Secondly,
family.
let's get this bread and have you feature on a leash track. Just saying,
Please,
it takes
please.
5 seconds. No, probably more than
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds. It takes 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but just
Yeah,
saying, it's an
and
option.
that's the only social media I don't have is Twitter.
So just make sure to include me in the tweet, and then I
Yeah.
will tell Tay about it because
Yes.
I don't use Twitter's a desolate wasteland for me too, but I just use it because people apparently check my stuff out on Twitter. So shout outs to
Yeah.
Twitter fam, love you guys. But the next question, Tay, kind of the follow up to the Dream collaboration, but if you were to compile a Dream tour lineup with Least, who would be on it?
Oh. I'm probably gonna just repeat the bands that I like.
Recycled answers. Love it.
Honestly, though, it would for sure be Super Heaven, because
Yes.
I think I've made that fairly
I
clear.
don't think so. You got to talk about it like at least 10 more times to make it more clear and evident that you love this band.
So it'd be Least, Super Heaven, Gleamer, and let's think of a band that like I did not mention.
I don't
Um,
know.
off-road minivan.
Ooh, yeah, my guy. That's our next interview after this
Uh-oh.
one.
Uh-oh.
Literally after this, like in real
Oh,
time.
oh,
And
lucky.
is also going to be after this one when it's released. So
Oh, nice.
so technically it was a dichotomy, but also yes. So anyway,
Mm, mm.
continue.
Yeah, but that'd be a pretty, I don't know. That'd be a sweet tour lineup.
All right, well, I'll make sure to let Tuck know, since
To
he's
check
next.
out to check out least, and then he can be
Yes.
like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I feel like you'd give it a
No,
little
I'm
bit more of
sure.
a shot
No,
than that.
no, I'm sure he's a very nice gentleman.
There we go, Tuck. I'm sure you're gonna watch this. I don't know. Maybe you might not. You might have stopped watching after we talked about Rise Core for a couple
That's probably
minutes.
gonna put everyone off. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. I mean
Yeah.
that's a tumultuous topic, so you know.
Hmm.
So anyway, dig the lineup. I feel like that would be a great maybe 2021 tour. 2022. You know what I'm saying? So make
Yeah,
sure
just
to go get those tickets in the links below because it's already a tour. It's solidified right now. I'm gonna be sponsoring it, so you guys can look forward to it.
oh my God.
It's gonna be an East Coast Midwest tour because
Yeah.
because we talked about Midwest emo, so we gotta make sure it's actually in the Midwest
Mm.
where all of the emos are at.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's true. Cannot confirm or deny. If somebody wants to fact check that, that'd be great.
That's where all
Um,
the emos are.
I mean, hey, listen. They said they're Midwest emos, so they gotta be somewhere in the Midwest. So
Somewhere.
if you are a Midwest emo, come out like what state you live in, and then I'll believe that you're a Midwest emo.
Hmm.
If you're not in the Midwest, then are you
You're
really
not emo.
emo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I know. I'm not. I'm a Northeast emo.
No, that's what I used to be, and now I'm a southeast emo.
The Southeast. I feel like we're gonna get so much shit for this right now. I can feel keyboard warriors typing right now. Oh my god, what are they talking?
Well, actually,
Technically, but anyway, no offense to keyboard warriors. You live your life, whatever. If you just
nah,
want to be,
stop. Nah, stop that.
don't be rude. Just enjoy music. If not, then just go hop on like Xbox Live or something. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
What the kid, I
go
don't know.
yell.
What the kid, I don't know what the kids
Go,
do now.
go yell at 10-year-olds.
Yeah, play Fortnite. Whatever. I'm trying
Yeah.
to be. trying to be on brand. But anyway, the next question, Tay, before we completely just obliterate whatever audience was here, and now it's
Hmm.
hopefully gonna be reeled back in. But what would be one song you would recommend from somebody new to check out least? Like obviously you have some songs out now, and I feel like it might be the go-to move to like pick the new song. But like
Yeah.
out of your personal favorites, like which one do you feel like would stick out to people that are new listeners?
Honestly, I would. I'm gonna have to say the new one. I
Okay,
mean, like,
you have to give
I
an
mean,
explanation if you do say the
not
new song.
not just because it's the new one and it's all shiny and fresh, but I just feel like that kind of encapsulates like the sound that we're going for. Um, I mean, definitely, I would either say that or I would say start with our last single, which is Reds, which is more grungy
Mm-hmm.
alternative, like I had said. Because the first two songs that I put out were kind of almost like test songs. I don't know what you want to call them. Like they were
They're
like
patient
definitely
zeros.
leaning. Yeah, they were definitely like leaning more towards post-hardcore, and it's very evident that I was not sure of like what direction I wanted to go.
Sure.
So they were both like a different brand of post-hardcore in a sense. And then we put out Reds, and I feel like that kind of put us in the right direction and kind of led us to this song. And then the songs afterwards are definitely going to be in that same like kind of alternative emo adjacent rock, So yeah, I'd say start with Playing House for sure.
Playing house and
Um,
then go backwards.
that's
That's
the
how I
one
feel.
that I think is gonna put you into your feelings right here,
It did.
like way more, 'cause it does for me, and not just because it's my song and because I know what it's about, but it's just like I feel like the sonic nature of it in general is just kind of very epic and kind of builds up. Like if you're
Mm-hmm.
that kind of
Yeah.
person like me that gets goosebumps when you like or like has the hair stand up on the back of your
Oh,
neck
I
when
do.
you
Yep.
when you hear a specific melody, like this is going to be the song that you're going to want to check out. because I don't know about you, but that's probably one of my favorite feelings ever is
Oh, it
when I
is.
hear a song I've never heard before, and I just immediately get
You
like
feel
those
it, yeah.
brain zaps
Yeah,
down my
yeah, yeah.
spine and like the goosebumps and stuff, and it's just ooh.
There was something
So
about
yeah.
there was some article about it that said like I don't even know. I'm not even gonna. I'm not a scientist, so don't quote me. But I'm just a YouTuber on YouTube that makes music content. But I saw some sort of article. If I can screenshot it, I'll post. Brandon will be on the case.
Mm,
But I'm pretty sure it was something about like unlocking like a certain part of your brain when you listen to music and like you get the goosebumps, you get the like
yeah.
some I don't even want to I don't know exactly what the terminology is, but there's some sort of activity going in your going in your brain that allows you to like be like, oh my god, in tune with the music,
Yeah.
so
I think I read that too, and it said something about like there's only a certain percentage of people that actually fall in that category, and it's an actual, and it's not like a condition or disease or anything like that, but it's like
we're not saying it's a disease. We can
yeah,
definitely clarify it's not a disease.
it's just like
I'm
some
not
kind of
dying.
it's like some kind of special gene that you have or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that allows you to just I guess I think it said it had something to do with people that are like way more empathetic and can like empathize with lyrical content and like sound waves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, we'll leave a link to that in the description too if you want to read more
Yeah.
about it and be more educated.
Plenty of links
There's
in
so
the
many links.
description. So many links.
So many links. Get ready. But the next thing, Tay, if you were trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one record you could bring with you to spin, what would it be?
Uh,
It's a month. I mean, I feel
a
like that's like,
month.
yeah, 1 month. It's not like all time or
Mm,
like a year. I feel like I'm
mm,
being gracious, as a interviewer.
yeah. Honestly, I probably like out of the music, all the music I've listened to in the past quarantine or so, I'd have to say that new Tiger Wine album.
Ooh,
Did you listen
yes.
to that?
I did. Per your recommendation, I checked it out and I was like, this is a bop. I think Tooth and Nail's actually just doing a great job in general as a label.
They're just dropping
They're just
all the
killing
fire.
they're
Like,
killing it. They're killing it. Shouts to Tooth and Nail if you want to come
yeah,
on backstage press. I'd love
please
that.
do. But for a month, like I mean, I did listen to that album for a straight month,
Yeah.
so
So you
like,
did it already.
so I've done it.
That's it.
I've been on an island this whole time, so
We all have. You're not the only one. But yeah, no,
but
the Tiger Wine. Oh, dear God, so good.
yeah, nothing is for you, and it was really interesting also to read the interview that they did not too long ago about where they described kind of the process of making the album, and it was really interesting to hear like because I don't know, I'm just like one of those people that loves diving into how someone made something so good, you know what I mean? And it's just so crazy to hear that, oh, we had a song and we literally wrote the song. They said like they wrote it like 15 different times. And
Yeah,
each time it wasn't like, oh, they recycled the same parts. It was like they took the
completely
core
new.
of it and it was just like new, but the same song. And I was just like, and then they talked about like how much layering they did with all of the effects, and I was like, yeah, I believe it. That album is a swirling ball of I don't know ambience
Yeah, it is.
mixed with like this grungy metal undertone, and it's just so good. So I anyone watching this, just check out that album. It's called Nothing Is For You. Um,
Can I lost the word.
confirm.
Can confirm that's a great record. That's the word. My brain went into a
Yeah.
complete fart right there. But can agree with that. And I'm just waiting for at least Tiger Wine tour. I'm saying
I'm
we
pretty
want.
sure Tiger Wine is from Florida,
So
so
there you go, Tiger Wine. If you're watching this, because I know you watch my stuff, I feel like you
mm,
do. I'm just saying. Just
just
saying. It's out.
saying,
It's out there. It's out there.
just
It's out there. It's
saying.
out. Just saying. Just saying. Not trying to put words in your mouth, but I'm just saying it's there. It's there for the taking. But anyway, the last thing, Tay, the most important thing, tell them about your band, where they can find you on the social media, and anything coming in July, because it's coming out in late July.
Okay. So let's see. You can, as far as socials and Bandcamp, you can find us at Least FL. We're on Instagram and Facebook and Bandcamp. We don't have a Twitter, so don't look because I can't handle Twitter for some reason. Like
Fair enough. Yeah.
I can handle like we even have a TikTok account and we make stupid videos, but I mean even that's Least FL. But we don't have a Twitter. Like I don't get it. Um,
Fair.
so besides that, so in this month, July, correct?
Correct.
This is July
This
right
is
now.
this is July right now. It's not
Um,
July right now.
you should be able to, if it hasn't already been released, you will soon be able to find our new three-song EP, including the first two singles, Playing House, and the second one is called Another Living Room.
There we go.
So yeah,
Well,
and then in September there will be another EP, just putting out all the music we can, which is actually the unreleased,
the EP that never made it.
the EP that never was, but we're gonna release it anyways because we worked really hard on it for like
Yeah,
3 or 4 months. So yeah, it's called Cemetery Eyes. So
that is
expect
coming
that
out.
out in September, along with a copy of the short story that details the pretty much all of the content or the whole story behind the EP. Yep.
There we go. Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
go check out Least because they're fantastic, and you should because I feel like all of the interviews that I do, you have to check the bands out. I feel
Yeah.
like as an interviewer, I am not doing my job unless you check this band out. So go check out Least. The new track, Bop, love it.
Thank you.
Definitely gonna give that shit a share. But go follow Least on all the social media. Check the links in the description for everything from Rise Core to whatever else I decide to put in there. So do that up.
Yep.
If you enjoyed this interview, share it, like, and subscribe. Make sure to go tweet out Law Dispute. Because listen, we're all about the clout
Jordan.
here. So let's
Yeah.
let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You made it to the end. This is your pep rally. I'm doing the motivational speaker moment. Guys, you can do it. I want you to do it. If you could please do it. I can't force you to do it because I'm not your father or anything. So, but you should do it because you feel obligated to do it because you're a good person and I'll love you lots. I'll make sure to reply if you do it. So,
Yeah.
if that doesn't give you any
Me too.
incentive, I'm just saying. It'll be a collective tweet between Tay and I. I'll be like, oh my God, somebody tweeted at it. And I'll just be like, oh my God, what are you going to say to them? And then I'm going to be like, this is what I said. So there you go. Check it out. Coming soon. And if you enjoy this interview, share it, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. And thanks, of course, to Tay for coming on for a completely different reason.
Of course. Thanks for having me.